Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. Today, I have a special guest. Welcome to Code Blue. Today, I have a special guest. But before we get into the show and reveal our special guest, let's get into the intro. Be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're here. Don't go anywhere. And, guys, one more thing before we start with the show. Guys, please like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. Use your pinky finger and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time we have new content coming out. So I won't reveal who my special guest is yet on this side right here. I won't reveal, but there's a clue in the silhouette. It's a lady. So I'm gonna ask her a few questions. And guys, if you're watching, just give what you think. Put in the comments who you think it is. All right, so let's go. First question, lady, mystery lady. Do you work in stellar processing?
I do.
Okay, she does. She works in stellar processing. All right, that's one good clue. Are you certified?
I am certified.
Hmm. Okay. She is certified. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Tell us one clue about the state you're in.
The house of the mouse.
What? I never heard that before. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. All right. Okay. And do you belong to a chapter?
I do.
Okay. Can you tell us what chapter that is?
Fire.
Oh, she belongs to fire. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So I'm guessing she's from down south. All right, all right, all right. Any special accolades you have you want to share with us?
I've been in the industry for a really long time, about 26 years now. It's a
20,
labor of love for me, our industry, and I couldn't be happier where our industry is at currently.
26 years. Oh my goodness. So Sean said it's Arlene. Sean, you might be wrong here. You might be wrong. I'm not too sure. You might be wrong. So let me reveal who the mystery guest is, and I'll take this off. And let me see. Let me see. Nope, 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 nope. Cancel that. And voila! Let me get some sound effects in here.
You can
Woo!
get nothing past Sean. Hi, sir.
So Sean got it correct. It is Arlen Bush. Congratulations on your new journey or your I don't know how to put it. You've been around so long. I don't like congratulations on you winning the election for president elect of HSPA. Thank you, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for putting your hat in the race. And for giving all the effort you've been given over the years. So we appreciate you and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you so much. It's really rewarding to be standing in this place right after this election. But I was pleasantly surprised by how much buzz our election got on social media this year. It was kind of nice to see that happen. the posts that people were, making interactive posts and things pop out. And I was like, wow, I didn't think of that. So I really liked the campaigning we had this year. It
Mhm.
was really,
Yeah,
really
that was
nice to
great.
see kind of some buzz about our election because we often weren't allowed to campaign for ourselves.
I remember those days way back when.
Right.
So I like the crown. What does the crown represent?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. So, if you have a triple crown or a silver crown, you have the three certifications. A gold crown is all four certifications. I am a gold crown where I'm already where my other crownies at. I can't wait to get to conference and kind of see everybody's crowns. Everybody normally has really unique crowns, but this was really started by our good friend Melinda, right? This was her
Mm-hmm.
movement for
Mm-hmm.
crownings. So if you have uh, um, the silver crown or the gold crown, please wear your crowns to conference. Come to the Healthmark booth and get your crowning pin and have a selfie taken with Melinda.
Yeah, and I'm bringing my crown. I think I'm
Let's
bringing a
see.
crown. I think I'm bringing. I gotta get a good crowny crown, like a king crown, like a LeBron crown,
Right.
like a LeBron king crown type of thing. So I'm gonna try and bring something. Definitely, definitely. I think that's a very good what would I call it? That's a very good way of
Promoting our certifications.
promoting our certification, showing others, creating engagement around becoming certified. That it's not just something you get and you put away in the back room, or
Exactly.
you could actually show it off. You could have conversations about it. You could network. It could help you network and many other things too. So and you don't just get it and forget about it. So
Hmm.
it's kind of a good thing, like especially those persons who've been certified for a long time. Now they go like, okay, now I have a reason to celebrate that this is actually going on. And you know
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a positive thing. So
I can't wait to see how many other men wear crowns because historically it's kind of been a female thing, right? But
hmm
we'd like to see more men wear crowns at
yeah,
conference and promote their certifications as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And maybe we could form some groups around that too. I think that might be a good thing.
We probably need
'Cause-
some crown pictures this year.
yeah, and I think that's one thing that's kind of missing in the industry is the networking aspect of it.
Yeah.
Even if we're not at a physical location, we could still network amongst ourselves, and I think that kind of fades away after the get-togethers, the conferences, and the dinners, and everybody goes into their own silos, and it becomes a "when I see you next year" kind of thing, and we don't keep that going. But
Well, I
thank you to
don't
the
think so.
thank
That
you to
didn't
the
happen for
chapters
you and
though.
I.
Huh?
That didn't happen for you and I.
Well,
We met at conference and we still conversated after the fact.
we
We still teased each
fanatics. We're
other.
not the normal people. We're not the
We're
normal folk.
nothing. Isn't that the truth?
We're not the normal. You know you're gonna get those folks that okay, what we doing, where we going, and you're gonna get those folks like,
Yeah.
I ain't got no money to do that right now. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting
Sure.
for a sponsor. I'm waiting for this, and they just like, hey, I'm gonna get it when somebody gives it to me. You know.
Yeah. And you know what? It is a wonderful thing to be able to go to conference, but it is quite costly, isn't it?
True, true. But
Yeah.
like I will always have a different opinion of that. I went to my first conference. I paid on my little debit card. I paid for my flight. I paid for the conference fee, um, my airline and the hotel, and I was making like what $14 an hour. So, and,
See, so it's possible.
and it ended up being over $1,000 at the end. So
And
like.
that was probably conservative,
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And
but
like
it can become very costly. We need to kind of plan ahead if you want to get to a conference.
hmm
Um, be mindful of kind of the underlying costs, travel to and from airports, meals while you're there, drinks, just waters, things like that. Um, you know, you're going to be in a city you may never been in before. So calculate for that. when you're planning for a conference annually.
Yeah, you definitely have to plan. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm just gonna charge it."
Yeah,
You have to kind of gauge it, fill your department out, see whether you're able to go or not, or plant the seed, so to speak, to say, "Hey, I know I can't go this year, but next year might be, my opportunity." And
sure.
I'm saving. You guys won't have to sponsor me, or if you do, I would appreciate it. But I will have everything covered by that time to go on my own. So like
Yeah.
plant the seed with your manager, your supervisor, and you might get that opportunity.
You don't know either. You may express you would like to go to conference, and like your hospital or healthcare system might surprise you
Yeah.
and sponsor you. They
Yep.
just didn't know you wanted to go.
Yes. Yes. True. True. They
Yeah,
didn't know you wanted to go. They know you're a 6:30 to a 7 to 3:30 person, and they have no idea what your goals are, what your ambitions are.
sure.
If you interested in how interested you are in the field, they know you're a good tech or a good supervisor, a good leader, but they really don't know if you will actually be interested in traveling to further your education and your knowledge. So just speak about it. Let them know in the huddles, in on the side talks. Just mention some of that stuff to see the response you get.
Yeah, I think there's something for everybody at conference, both with education, hands-on labs, new presentations, the latest and greatest products that are coming out. So I think there is a little bit of everything for somebody at conference. Um, I
Hmm.
don't think we leave any one person out, but we cover so much and get so much information all at once. I kind of like to go back after we get home and look at the presentations again, kind of refresh my memory. Um,
Hmm.
I write down things. I always have notepad with me when I'm at conference, so I can write down little tidbits I want to remember, or be like, oh, I need to check that when I get home.
Hmm.
Make
And
sure
get
we're doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's very important. And come with a list of things you want to take away. Don't
Yeah,
just come with a empty mind and looking to fill it with experiences that don't pertain to sterile processing. You come with, hey, okay, we have this new Amy document of water quality coming out. I want to get to learn a little bit more about the water quality testing and
yeah,
what's that about. So focus on those presentations that involve water quality, so you could go and get that information, get that knowledge. So when you get back to the department, say, hey, we need to be testing at the point of use. We need to be testing here. We need to be testing periodically here. Um, and you could bring back some information, but don't come with no plan. If you have no plan, you plan to
right.
fail. So,
You'll be very overwhelmed very
hmm
quickly, won't you?
hmm
Um, if you're a first time attendee, um, please reach out. Please reach out. I'm happy to help people navigate the conference. It's overwhelming at first. We've been at some huge convention centers, and sometimes it's hard to navigate. You might not know where the restroom is, or where you can get
hmm
coffee, or where the registration desk is, because that's kind of ground zero, right? A
yeah.
registration desk. Um, so little things like that. We don't want first time attendees eating lunch by themselves because they don't know anybody and they're there by themselves. There's nobody else there from their healthcare system. So
hmm
things like that. Like if you're a first time attendee, please reach out. We have a mentee program
Yeah,
that
I was
we
about to
just
say that.
started.
Hmm.
It was really successful last year, so I'm happy to see we brought it back this year.
Yes.
So definitely sign up to be a mentee or a mentor, and
hmm
let's kind of broaden that right there,
Yeah.
just so we get more conference attendees.
Or simply, if you're too shy to do that, or you're not familiar with how to go about doing that, just partner with somebody who's been there.
Yeah,
Just ask, hey, who can I link up with that's interested in the same areas I'm interested in, and,
sure,
just follow them to whatever areas. That's what I did. That was my mentee program way back then. I knew some of my chapter
sure.
board members, and I just stuck with them like glue. And whatever they said, I just repeated like a parrot. I heard
My
about Amy, and I just said Amy, and like I just got to learn about Amy. I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm
You
like,
thought Amy worked upstairs in the OR,
yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm like, who is this Amy person? Why
right?
is Amy everywhere? Um, and little things like that. Just stick with those knowledgeable persons, and you'll understand where they're coming from, and issues they've dealt with in the past. You won't have to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I remember my first conference. That's how I met my chapter.
oh, for real? Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, they walked up to me and was like, "Hey, what's your number?" Excuse me? I didn't even know like that year Halyard did like buttons and you had to find your conference buddy who had the same number. So it meant you
Oh,
had to speak to people. But that's why I met our Florida chapter board. They walked
mm,
up to me and asked me a question, and then lo and behold, 2 years later, I was on the board
nice,
because I
nice.
didn't know there was a board in Florida.
Right, right. And that's the things you could learn too, especially for the first timers who are bright eyed, who have no idea what they're getting into. If you could just partner with someone who's been there and just say, hey, I want some guidance on where should I go next, or during
Right.
lunch, just find somebody at the table and just start to spark up a conversation. And you'd be surprised people might be in your neck of the woods and you might not even know.
Yeah,
They could be a resource for you. Yeah.
definitely.
So, so in terms of packing, let's get into packing. What are you bringing?
Hmm. Well, everyone knows I'm known for outfits, so I always have a lot
Yeah.
of luggage.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
You
normally
are.
a 4 big bags, couple carry-ons, my
Oh.
rolly
Mm,
book
mm.
bag.
I gave up on the checking in baggage thing. You know, um,
I
even like
wish I
I
could.
heard this news article on a whole other different segment. I heard this that Frontier will be charging based on, it'll be a surge. I typed it down. There will be it's be basically a surge fee, like based
Surcharge, yeah.
on the location you're going to, how busy it is, you might get charged more for your luggage.
Wow.
So yeah, so they're
Not
trying to
flat
roll
rate
that out.
anymore.
Yeah, as if you didn't need any, like as if you didn't need any more incentive not to travel. It's called
Right.
it's called surge pricing. So if there's a concert in Florida on the 25th of April and everybody's flying to Florida, they're like, hey, all these people are flying to Florida on this day. We're gonna raise our bag prices to $100 instead of $60.
Well, that's very real now that it's spring break time too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So
Is this new?
yeah,
This
it's
surge
new.
pricing?
It's new. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never
Frontier is
heard of
rolling it
this.
out. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I hope
So
I hope we get a good deal when we go to Vegas.
hopefully this conference stays low key so they don't know.
There's an intuitive conference out there next week, the week before ours.
Oh man, yeah. They're gonna be jacking up those prices.
That's
So I try. I try.
probably.
I try not to check in luggage anymore. So I pack really light.
I wish I
So
could live my life like that, but I
yeah.
can't.
I have fear of looking like. I have a fear of looking like a tourist. So I don't bring roll on luggage anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, everything I have is carry on my shoulder or carry in my hand. So in case I'm stranded one day and I have to walk the strip, they won't be like, "This guy is not from around here," you know. So
Yeah.
he has the
I gotta
roll
have
on
something
bags.
rolling.
Yeah, he has the rolling bags. He's not from around here. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's my little anxiety issue. So I
What
try to.
other stuff do you bring to conference? Like, do you bring like sanitizer for your room or anything? Because
No,
I
I
do.
know I'm gonna get sanitizer at the thing, but I do, if I can, bring at least one little bottle. You talking about sanitizer for the room or for your
Oh,
hands?
I go all out. I have like a black light. I have a big bag
Yeah,
that goes over sheets. I
yes.
got wipes for like every high touch surface.
Hmm.
I'm like that on the plane. You want to sit next to me on the plane? It smells like bleach in my entire aisle.
So not to get anybody angst about coming to Las Vegas, but there was a reported a bed bug problem in four of the major hotels, but
Are
not
you
at
serious?
Harrah's. Yes, serious. You could look it up right now. Yeah.
Oh, there's
So
going to be a whole plastic free content.
Yeah, seriously, yeah, there was a bed bug problem at four of the major hotels, but not at Harrah's, for sure. I just can't remember which four hotels. Um,
Interesting.
hmm
I mean, but I feel like you have that risk with every hotel. But
yeah, yeah.
I feel like,
If
higher
it's a
travel cities.
problem, that
Yeah.
means it's more than just one room or a couple of bugs.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. For it to make it to the news, it's more than just, you know.
Yeah. It's more than one or two.
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so just beware,
We just
guys.
sterilize ourselves before we leave Vegas.
Yeah. If you haven't, guys, if you haven't booked your room yet, just look that up to see the hotels that had the bed bug issue. Um, I won't be hugging y'all if you're staying at that hotel. I'm like,
Oh,
where are you staying? Oh no, okay. That um
yes. Look, I'm not a hugger. I
yeah.
mean, I'm a hugger, but I'm not a hugger. So COVID's really changed me for that.
hmm Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
love
air
it.
high five. Air high five.
Yeah, high five. What hotel you at? Hey, nice to meet you.
But I'm
So,
looking forward to Vegas. I really am. It's been a long time since I've been to Vegas myself, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get to Vegas to see. It's like our family reunion,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
annual family reunion for sterile processing.
and okay, let's get serious now. You're on the I'm on there too, but now you're president elect. You're gonna be running the show. So, what are your plans, your vision? Any vague answer you could give us would suffice of what your goals are, your how you see things planning out, or what's your focus?
Well, truly, right? When you're the president elect or president, our strategic plan really is our roadmap. So we're really working our strategic plan. But me personally, I think for myself, it's always been required certification and kind of where that's leading to. It's always been a hot topic in our industry, as well as just conversation because some states came up kind of quickly for required certifications, and some states took longer to get required certification. I mean, we're still talking about it in Florida. I feel like we've been talking about it for a while, but we're waiting, and we've had movement, so that's a plus. Um, but yeah, required certification. Um, I said this on one of my podcasts. We're on the cusp of 50,000 members.
Woo!
I know, right? Like when I came in, I was in like 120,000.
hmm
So it's amazing to kind of see how our industry and our organization has grown so much just in the time that I've been involved. How our certification tests have changed, how our texts have gotten better. Um, it's amazing to see how much growth we've had. Look what we can do,
Yeah, when the community comes together,
right?
we can make a lot of positive changes in the industry, and on all changes, and I'm just going into my little social media stuff here, and all changes won't be immediate. Some things take time, and that doesn't mean we're not working on it. Just that means when it's done, it'll be even better than we thought it would be.
Right.
Put a positive spin on that. Um, and like and I really thank the association for taking a lot of the steps and initiatives that have been going on for the past couple of years. So kudos to
Yeah.
them, and kudos to bringing the conference to Las Vegas.
Right.
And I must say, it's going to be in my neck of the woods in 2 years in Baltimore. So I'm just taking a quick little drive down there.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. You're not far from Baltimore, right?
yeah, yeah, about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then next year we're in Kentucky,
Kentucky, yay!
Louisville. Did I say that right? Louisville.
I think that was my first conference was Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah, my first one was in
My very
Kentucky.
first one was Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Hmm. That was like
What
forever and
what
it didn't
what?
go.
That was a long time. So I know it came back to Fort Lauderdale, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, okay. So that was before that.
No, that was the last one when Sharon Green Golden was president.
Oh, that was your first one?
That was my first one. I'd heard about it for
Ah,
years, but I was like, no, I'm not going. When I
oh,
went, I was hooked. I haven't missed one since.
okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I've been going to this one will be my 12th one, I think. Yeah,
Wow. I
yeah,
can't, I've lost count.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's always been, I always bring something back. I always learn something. Um, Although sometimes I've been discouraged bringing information back, saying, "Why are you trying to change our stuff when we know what we're doing?" But
I try to reassure my staff, like when I go to conference, I have your best interest at heart.
mhm,
I am looking for products to make your job easier.
mhm,
I'm looking for products that makes our job safer.
mhm, mhm,
Um, and that's really the bottom line when I'm looking at products. It's because I'm looking to change, change out equipment,
mhm,
expand whatever. So I'd like to see the latest and greatest because I want to bring it to my staff. I want to make their jobs easier at the workstation. I want you to have all the bells and whistles. I want you to have all the borescopes and things of that nature in every size that you need.
mhm, mhm,
So I
mhm.
really, when I go to the vendor fair, I'm normally looking at things like maybe I'm not getting it this year, but I might need it in the next two.
Right, right, exactly, exactly. And there's so many options here. And I think just simply getting education on certain things is definitely important because you never know. Because as a tech, I was always interested in what's new, even if I didn't have purchasing power myself.
Yep.
I always wanted to know what was available out there. So when I got into the position where I could actually buy it, I already had those connections with the vendors. I already
Yeah.
knew the differences between the products, which one was better, which one wasn't as good, so I could make an
Mhm.
educated decision. So I won't be going through that. Oh man, I bought this and it didn't work out type of situation.
Yeah.
And that definitely helped me.
Sure. I mean, I don't think we talk about this enough either. On the floor education at the vendor fair or the expo, I think people forget that there's education available there to get extra education on top of the conference.
Hmm.
I don't think we talk about that enough. Like
And that
attending
way
getting
you
attend
could,
education in the vendor fair.
yeah, and that way you could actually make those connections with the presenters and see how. And I know we're building up for the new wave of presenters in the industry. You could actually see one on one how those guys actually present,
Yep.
capture the audience and present the message in a short period of time. You could always learn from that, and then get some free C's at the same
Right.
time. It's always
It's a
positive.
win-win.
Get your monkey.
Oh,
And for those who
definitely.
and for those who are new might not know what the monkey is, but you'll find out. You will
It's
find out.
funny how when they open those doors and everybody beelines it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That poor little people, those people who opened that door are about trampled when people walk into the vendor show.
Get your monkey, guys. Get your monkey. All right.
I wonder
uh,
if they're going to put out a theme before the conference for
hmm.
their monkeys.
Hmm.
That part.
Interesting. Interesting.
Sometimes they
Um,
do, sometimes they don't.
we did have some at my chapter conference recently. So I think it was a Halloween theme. So
Interesting.
yeah, it might be different for the main conference. I don't want to give it away, but it might be
We're just
different.
keeping everybody in suspense.
Mm, so,
Yeah.
but
Who
I'm looking
doesn't want
forward.
want a monkey?
Yeah, I always try and get a monkey. I always try at least as a neck brace on the way going back. I
I
think it's
used to raffle mine off when I got back from conference.
oh
For my staff who couldn't go, I used to raffle mine off because everybody seemed to want the monkey when you went to conference. I was like, all right, I'll raffle mine off.
yeah, and I gave some of mine away. I had so many.
Yeah.
I just had to like give it to a kid or something that might want it. So I donated mine to one of the the physically challenged schools for kids.
Sure.
Yeah, I give about five of those, or six or seven. I don't know how many. I give a big bag of those to those kids, and they really liked it. So
Nice. That was a good thing to do with them, honestly.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
Not like you're not going to get another one next year.
exactly, exactly. And I'm just looking at them
Right.
like,
I mean, again, that's kind of one of our souvenirs from conference everyone looks forward to.
hmm.
It's like your rite of passage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have that bag in your hand, and
Right.
yes, I got it.
And
I
you get to
completed.
carry all your conference stuff in the bag they give you.
Yeah, I
It's
completed.
a win-win situation.
You completed the task.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's great, and that's great. So, guys, we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. So, guys, thank you for sticking around with us. I just want to say one thing: hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell. Use your pinky fingers so that you will be notified every time we have new content coming out. Lila says, "Congratulations um, on
Thank
the
you, Miss Lila. I hope I'm seeing her soon.
yeah, she will be there. She will be there. She's actually presenting with
I
Danny
thought so.
Smith. Yes, yes, yes. So
I mean, there are some really good duo presentations this year.
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. And we also have the poster presentations too. So we have a
Yeah.
new feature this year where the poster creator will be presenting information on the poster, the reason behind it, and oh, she's back,
Okay.
she's back, she's back, she's back. That was a scare. She's back,
I thought you
folks.
was going to do a mic drop.
That was like, let me do what I have no drops right now. Let me do
Mm, okay.
so so yeah, Lila is presenting along with Danny, and it's a very good presentation. I will be there. um Danny also has a poster presentation, and I also presented two. I also submitted two posters, one for the Mid Atlantic Central Service Association,
Okay.
and one for my department also. It
Oh,
also
nice.
submitted, yeah, yeah. So
Look at you,
um,
double posters.
yeah, man, that was a hustle. That was a hustle. It wasn't
I
easy.
bet.
It wasn't
Well,
easy.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
I don't know that we've had two with one person in the same year.
well, I created it. I didn't really want my name on it. I'm kind of not a name person, or
Yeah, I get it. I just thrown that
try-
out there.
yeah, try and be. I try, I try to be a little more low key than that, but yeah, my name ended up being on it because I'm the one who submitted it. That's why I
Right.
really haven't posted it, because it just doesn't look good to me
Well, it
with
might
my
be an
name.
incentive to get people to come to conference to see the poster.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? Maybe I might put it up for an hour. Take it down.
A little sneak
So,
peek. I
yeah,
wouldn't
I
leave it
was
for an
thinking,
hour
hey,
then.
here's what's going on. So yeah, I'll be presenting those two posters. Um, I forget what day is that, but I'll be presenting those two posters. I think 1:45 something on what day? Monday. So stop by, guys. Check it out.
Right after
Um,
lunch.
yeah, right after lunch, and the lunches are always great. And the thing is, the lunches are there's so many faces over the years. Like, you want to see that every table somebody, but it's so difficult sometimes to.
Right. If you don't eat, you'll talk the whole
Yeah, you
lunch.
talk. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. You talk the whole time.
and be starving the
Yep.
next presentation.
And I try and create a little content around the lunches and see people and talk. And then by the time I'm done, everyone's gone to the next thing or to their room. So guys, take advantage of the lunches. You get to actually walk around and see those folks you've seen on the articles on social media, um, and just in the industry speaking, etc. So if you when you come down, go around to the lunches and sit at a table with somebody you admire or somebody you look up to and have a conversation with them. That's the best time, one of the best times to do that.
I really love it when people walk up and be like, "Can I sit here?" You sure can. You might not
Right.
want to stay here after, but you sure can. Sit on down.
Yeah. And I remember one time this young lady came to sit at my table and she asked a question about I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some misinformed m-
Sure.
manager or supervisor in her department that didn't want to put a certain practice in effect. And she asked like, hey, is this normal? I spoke about that, I looked it up, I researched it, and it's great. And her leadership didn't want to put it into practice and wanted to move forward with a practice that wasn't up to standard. So you get to find those people and help them, advise them, and give them connections to reach out to other people when they get back to their facility. So that's
And sure,
always.
there's a diplomatic way to bring that up too, isn't there?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, and when you want to bring up a change, you can't freak out when they don't hear you at first.
mm-hmm,
Bring it back again and again and again until
mm-hmm,
they do. Lead them to where you want them to go.
mm-hmm.
But there's a diplomatic way to do it.
Yeah, yeah, there is, and if you start off on the negative path or on the wrong path, you might just totally kill that, kill that option
Exactly.
forever. Like you might just burn that bridge if you start off wrong, if you approach it incorrectly.
Mm.
So there might be
Sad but
no coming
true.
back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I just people need to be steadfast, be humble. Um, maybe if they're not hearing you the first go round, change the way you present it.
Mhm.
Maybe put it on them and be like, it was their idea, but it really wasn't.
Right.
Whatever it gets to get to be compliant.
Hmm. 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 And I think
Need the credit. I just want to be doing the process correctly.
But I think mock service to a good, infection control coming down and taking a look, and the OR coming down and taking a look, saying, "Hey, why is that?" And asking the questions, "Why is this process like this? And why are we doing this?" So that.
Why not? I welcome more collaboration from other services or departments, right? Because they may see something I didn't see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I like multi department collaboration with like environmental care rounding and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to have those type of inspections in our departments. And if we stay ready, we ain't got to get ready.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Especially if you hold yourself to a higher standard,
exactly.
when you get to that point, you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So they'll be taking notes
Staying
from
on
you. They'll be
yeah,
taking
staying
notes.
on top of items is really where um you could round back, that you're going to it'll be the task will be done in this many weeks or this amount of time. We're waiting on A, B, and Z to be finish this action item.
Yeah, yeah, and they'll be taking notes from you at the end to other facilities and implementing some of your changes at other facilities. Um, and then I don't know who this person is from Facebook, but they said congratulations.
Thank you so much. Y'all put me in the seat I'm in.
Yep,
The
and that's
membership put me in the seat I'm in.
and that's the power of voting.
Right? That's the
Yeah,
power of our association.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's Veronica. Hi, sister.
Oh, Veronica, hey. How you doing? How you doing?
So
Veronica has been steadfast on those morning um greetings and memorable moments and sayings for a couple years now. So kudos
yeah,
to Veronica.
I look forward to those, honestly. Um, Sometimes we just need that little pick me up. Not everybody is
Hmm.
110% every day. Sometimes you need to refocus. Sometimes you're overstimulated. Sometimes you're annoyed. Sometimes you just need a minute for yourself, walk away, come back a different person.
Hmm. Hmm.
So sometimes it's just nice to kind of hear, hey, thanks for what you're doing.
Yes, yes, yes. And she always says, "My endo family."
I know, I love it. Because we forget about them, right? Even though now
Yeah.
we're doing scopes, we didn't always talk about scopes and SPS or
Mm-hmm.
SPD. So now we're really thrusted into scope processing, and look how far we've come with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Scopes.
feel like we're the experts. We should be doing it anyways.
Scopes, scopes, scopes. If I hear another word about scopes, I'm gonna.
It's been a scope kind of week, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how scopes are like an ebb and flow? Well, you'll have
Mm,
no repair, and then you have like a
yeah.
rash repair. It's all
Yeah.
in one.
Yeah. Yeah. My issue now is B30. If anybody knows what that is.
Yep. Just
uh,
I aged myself.
beg your pardon?
I aged myself. You
Oh,
said B30.
yeah, B30.
Yep.
So
It's funny
and
because we can hear numbers or like models and be like, no, we don't have it.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think we have that. That's old. No. No.
Exactly.
No.
A one
Yeah.
what? A 180? No, we haven't had 180s in a long time.
Yeah, and I think one of the main issues, not to divert all the way, but education. When we speak about education, I think that should be all the way around. Even the end user should have some idea of what it entails to clean a scope,
Yes.
what goes on. Because there's always the assumption, oh, it's wet, it's you guys, it's this, it's you guys, it's broken, it's you guys, it's like they don't, it's like the hole in the wrapper. Like, oh, there's a hole in the wrapper.
Do you count that as a defect? A hole in the wrapper? Depending
Uh,
on where the hole where the
but
hole
nobody
originated
knows where the
from.
hole came from. But
That
you
part.
wanna stop the hole, so it's incumbent, on, I think, on SPD to put some of those things in effect. If you still have wrapped items, or if you plan
Yeah.
on, like, you have to protect the child being the OR. You have to protect them from themselves sometimes.
What happens if the tray is pulled multiple times but never used for the case? Is it still a defect at that point?
Well, that's the child. You have to let the child know, hey, do you still need that tray for this case? Like, you.
Um, do you when you get holes, do you look at the hole to see if it's clean or fuzzy? Like
No,
I would go hold it up and be like,
it's a
"Oh,
brand
that's a
new
clean
hole.
hole. That's your defect, not mine."
Right, right, right. It's like, yeah, we touched it twice, but you touched it once. Uh,
Yeah,
so
exactly. And when I
yeah.
show them that, and I tell them, and I rip the wrap, and I show them, this is what happens when the vacuum and the sterilizer sucks all the fibers out of it. So it didn't happen before sterilization; it happened after.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, oh. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
care and handling issue. I'll be happy to put it in as a defect as that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
But
then
sometimes we have to be able to talk to those things, right? We have to be able to go to the room and educate
yes,
on holes or items or defects, um, and be remain humble,
true, true, true.
remain
And
humble.
the education needs to be on both ends too.
Amen.
Yeah.
We're all in this together. We're all in the same mission. I don't know. I don't need anybody tarred and feathered. I say that every day at work. I promise you.
Yeah.
Um, but everybody brings something to the table, and everybody has something, their own task to do. And when one person doesn't do that task, it's felt by everybody else. Everyone else feels it.
True. True. True.
Um, so it's important that everybody does their job, and that it's a trickle down effect if that one person doesn't. But that
Yeah.
one person, the trickle down effect could be the patient, could be the end user, could be the employee cleaning it, and they shoot a clip across the scope room that was supposed to be counted in the case.
Hmm.
Um, or, the technician goes to put a brush in a scope and the whole insertion tip falls off. Just things like that have happened in my career. So I know it's happened in other places.
Yeah.
So, you got to be steadfast. You got to be able to be a critical thinker,
Yeah.
know what you're going to do, what's the next step. Think of common things like when in doubt, we throw it out. Do we have another one sterile? Is this going to cause a delay? What happens if we don't have another one? What's our
Right.
contingency
Right.
plan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the critical thinking, as you said. I think we have another comment here. Oh, so hey, the
Yeah.
Iron Hustler, before and after packing examples. All right, yeah, and
Because that might not be relative to the end user, right? They might not know anything about a sterilizer and the vacuum and what occurs
mm-hmm,
inside the chamber because that's not relative to their day to day work. So,
yeah,
educating them might be the first time they've ever heard it
yeah,
or hearing it that this is the process. So,
yeah.
everybody has something to gain.
What's rust? What's blood? What's staining? What's
I swear to
peeling?
goodness, I've been told many times in my career rust is not bioburden. Au contraire, it is bioburden.
Mm,
It is listed as bioburden. Rust,
mm,
bioburden. Um, but I feel like too we've had so many uh, just different things happen. Like COVID really changed our industry, didn't they?
yes, yes, yes. We have empty spots now, which we may never fill.
Right.
Yes, we have to change the mindset, and I think that's coming too. That's why I think the AI revolution is kind of coming along pretty stronger, because we have those spots we simply just can't fill, or we fill for 6 months and it's open again.
Yeah.
um so I think that's why the AI movement is coming on this strong
I
at
think
this point.
AI has been here though, and we don't look at it as AI.
Mm,
Do you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of technology that we never had to begin with. Like when I started, we didn't have tracking systems. We had binders with pictures in it. That was like one to one. You set the instrument on the picture in the binder, and that's how you
yes,
know it was that instrument.
exactly. And
Yeah.
all five instruments from that tree was in on that photo.
Yeah. Yes. It had a towel in the picture,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of wild stuff.
And the only problem you would have is like, is it straight or is it curved? Let me look at the
Yeah.
picture close.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't flip it
you
around.
can't flip
I
it
can't tell
around.
if it's an open handle or a closed
Right,
handle,
right.
but
Let me
it
look at
looks like
this.
that. So
I'm
look how
not
far
sure.
we've come with that, or
Yeah,
just the little handheld devices we have, or handheld magnifiers, or illuminations. We never talked about illuminations, like the light in our rooms. When I
yes,
started, you were lucky
yeah,
you had lights overhead, let alone on
yeah.
your work surface.
And then I mean, and also, I think sometimes we look at not enough light, but I think we also look at too much light.
I do too, because everything's like stainless steel, so it refracts light.
Yeah,
So now it's refracting back at you.
and
Um, but we need to make sure we have the ability to have dimming on our workstations because
yeah,
light it will give you a headache after a while.
yeah, and I see a lot of my I don't chalk it up to old age, but a lot of professionals need those extra set of eyes now. After
Yes,
being in the field for a while, looking at those monitors, working in those areas, um, is
I think that's
definitely
true for hearing too because we have so much white noise. So like when the air conditioning goes off, the HVAC system goes down, it is stupid quiet.
so. I have a question here from the Aaron Hustler. What do you think about how AI impacts critical thinking?
Hmm. Depends on what we're using it in. I don't remember when they had Webster. It was like the elevator thing that told you your elevator's going to malfunction in 6 days.
Mm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It didn't go very far because it would tell you when things would fail. You don't see Webster out these days now, do you?
Um so I see that now tracking systems where, when you automate your washers and your sterilizers, and you just get everything in one nice Excel spreadsheet, and you pick it
Mm,
apart and you put it in a little graph and put some colors, and it's all there. You don't have to go through all those papers and audits to find out did the printer get the paper will get scanned correctly. Did you put that lot sticker on
yeah,
yeah, so I think it adds another level of comfort, but then again, people don't get trained on how to do it the old school way, so they
yeah.
really don't know what to
What
look
happens
for.
when their tracking system
Right.
goes
What's
down
happening
and
when the
you have to
tracking
go
system
back to
goes down? You're like,
paper? Do we have log sheets? Where are the log sheets?
mhm.
Are they colored? Do we just print them out? Are they on the computer? What happened if the computer go down? You can't get them.
And the thing is, I think a lot of older persons or seasoned persons, so to speak, were teaching a lot of seasoned persons, and that background was always there. Now we're teaching folks that had no idea what the past looked like, so they have no reference.
True. Like the manual, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
There's no reference. Now you see every instrument on the computer screen.
Productivity. It's quantified productivity now. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
paper on a paper log writing peel packs. So you can see productivity for employees for the day, for the month, for the year. I always like to track, like at the end of the year, tell our staff how many trays we've put through for the year or scopes, because if you can't see the number, how are you going to know? How are you going to change it?
Mm-hmm. I think
So I
yeah.
think it's just good information to know how well we did this year. It's always going to be a
Yeah.
bigger number next year, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But from a critical thinking standpoint, what I don't really see um from a thinking standpoint, we still need that critical thinking aspect. I think it's just the manual labor that's taken out of it.
Yeah.
You could find out where your 12 trees that were in that load are right now versus having to take a spreadsheet or paper and walk to
Give me
each
one
shelf.
second. I got to plug you in or my computer's going to cut off.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll have a 30-minute commercial. No, we will do a 30-minute break, a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. So, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, Arlene is getting charged up or hooked up, plugged up, and she'll be right back in a few seconds. But, guys, thank you for Joe. She'll be right back in a few seconds. Um, so, guys, thank you for joining. If you guys have any questions, please feel free. I just want to remind you guys that we're having our golf event on October 19th, 2023. Come out to the Philadelphia area. Top Golf will be having our annual sterile processing golf event October 19th. And also, our marathon is going to be the beginning of sterile processing week. That's the Sunday. I believe that's the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. 12, 13, about that date. We'll be having our annual marathon the first Sunday of sterile processing week. So I'm inviting all persons interested to become a guest on the marathon. It's really an interesting, informative, entertaining event that we have every year. So I'd like you guys to come out to the marathon. Um, and we're going to have some prizes. We're going to have some interesting guests, speakers, and some education also. And also at our golf event, Health Mark, along with Arc Medical, will be providing a educational presentation this year also. So that's October um, 19th, 2024, guys. And we're going to start promoting that a little earlier this year so that we have a larger turnout because we had a great turnout last year um, and some great vendor supporters too. Um, Zuno Medical, we had Arc Medical, we had also Advantage Support Services and Aseptic Technical Solutions supported us as well. Shout out to Jamid. Um, I hope everything is going okay with him right now. Um, the Iron Hustler, the marathon is actually a 12-hour podcast where we talk about several processing events, we network, and we go into issues and ways to improve the industry. So it's basically 12 hours, and we have some education on there also. So shout out to Beyond Clean for sponsoring our educational segment last year. It's going to be better. Hopefully, we get to partner with them this year um, for more of that. Um, we know Beyond Clean is great. Is a great supporter of cell processing and education in the field in general. We're still waiting for Miss Arlene Bush, our president elect of HSPA. She is getting herself together right now. She'll be on in a minute. I just want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Um, yeah, I'm ready for Vegas. Vegas is in a few weeks, and I'm hoping to see all you guys there. Guys, any interesting facts, interesting or questions you have about going to the conference, places, things you want to do, things you want to bring. Um, we may also be hosting um a live broadcast as we normally do in Vegas. So Miss Arlen is back. Guys, thank you for sticking around. She is here.
Hey, I had to
Woo! Now
run to
let
the
me give
whole other
you.
room. All right, I didn't run. I walked with. I don't know why I didn't even bring it when I brought my laptop with me, but here I am.
Yeah. Um. So I kept the flame burning. Uh,
Must be my light is sucking all the
yeah.
power out of my
I sp-
laptop.
I spoke about the marathon, which we have every year, and
Yeah,
I have the top golf event every year. My chapter recently had a great conference in Atlantic City, March 24th and 25th. We had a great turnout. I'm now the president of the chapter. So guys, yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. Let me give a round of applause.
Right?
Cut it short. Not too long.
It was like a clap. One clap.
Yeah, that's it. Um, so guys, we're looking to do some great work in in the Philadelphia area in the next couple of years. Um,
Nice.
I really feel that there we have done a lot of good things, and we still have room for improvement and engagement um, with those persons who are on their way out, those persons who are tirelessly working every day and doing overtime and have less time for education, and those persons who are coming into the field who have no idea what they're getting into. And I think they need that support to help guide them through the rest of their career. So
Sure.
yeah. So anything you want to say to the folks, Arlene?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything we do is so important. I don't feel like we get enough recognition. We're kind of in the background, but just know everything you do is for the betterment of our patients. It's for the greater good, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And there is probably less than 100,000 people on the planet that do sterile processing. That's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
That makes us a master of our craft. And we
Mm-hmm.
should stand up and be heard about.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
agree.
be steadfast, stay humble, keep on fighting the good fight because we fight dirty. And
Mm-hmm.
I certainly hope I get to see everyone in Vegas. I look forward to it. Um, sounds like it's going to be a picture year. We're going to do pictures with 2,000 people, but I'm ready for it. I can't wait. I'm 2 weeks away. Yeah.
2 weeks away. Let me give a shameless plug. Guys, pick up your jigsaw puzzle at sterilmd dot on Etsy. Pick up your jigsaw puzzle. Here it is right here. Boom.
Is this the finished product?
This will be the finished product. I'm still working on
Okay.
mine. So pick up your jigsaw puzzle on Etsy.com. This is the first sterile processing jigsaw puzzle, and we will be rolling out a few more innovative ones in the future. But this is
Oh,
the first one. That's a nice little guy right there.
you know the
Um,
guy?
he looks familiar. I just not sure where I saw him before. But if you want something for your team, it's 1,000 pieces. If you want something for your team to work on or just to work on at home, I think it's a great stress reliever. Sometimes I spend a couple of minutes there every couple of days. I'm
Sure.
about a quarter way done, I think. It's really rewarding seeing your critical thinking skills trying to put pieces together. So,
Yeah.
um, guys, check it out. Check out the jigsaw puzzle on Etsy.com sterilmd. Um, and that's it for me.
I like the idea of the puzzle actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
think
I
it's a
used to
nice
do those.
idea.
I did those crossword puzzles for years at the conference.
Me too.
Um,
I
yeah.
love that poster though.
Oh,
I
the
really do. I
crossword.
look forward to it every year, the poster, the
Yeah,
crossword, because I
yeah.
actually bring Sharpies and all of that.
This year I don't have one, but I'll probably bring it back next year. I think
What? There's not a crossword this year?
no, man. Like I got some people said, "Oh, every year you've been doing the crossword, you need to try something else." So I'm like, I'm gonna lay. All right, next year for sure, I'm bringing the crossword puzzle
Now
back.
it's going to have to be double next year.
Yeah, might be two themes. I might have to do AI and
Oh, that would be good in AI one.
yeah, I did endoscopes a few years ago.
Right.
Um, what else? What else? What was a big topic? I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe AI might just cover everything. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I mean, because
So
AI could be a lot of things.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll write that down. AI as my next poster, 2025.
I mean, there might be a protest with no crossword this year.
All right, we back. We're back.
Switch.
We back. We just switched up just to make sure you guys are watching. Okay, that's all we did. So, Arlen, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your support, and hopefully we can collaborate and do some great things.
Definitely. I look forward to seeing you and everyone at conference and look forward to the work we're going to do on the board together. I can't wait to get to work. Let's get started.
Yes, and guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll let you enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good night. Thanks.
Peace.